Time is a precious commodity. People use it for all sorts of things. Some use it for work and other responsibilities. Me? I'm going to use time to talk to some really awesome people. I'm Sergio Barrera, and this is A Few Minutes With. Hey, everybody, this is A Few Minutes with
Hello.
Susan. Good evening.
Me. Good evening. How are you?
Welcome.
I know you.
It's almost time for the biggest food day of the year.
Food day. Food coma day.
Food coma day. Hey,
Okay.
so guess what I learned today?
What did you learn today?
It ain't tryptophan that makes you sleepy.
No? What is it?
That's a myth.
It is a myth.
It's that your body is trying to digest so much food after eating all that turkey and sides and stuff that it's like
night night.
I don't know. I kind of would rather blame it on the tryptophan than on the simple fact that my body is saying you ate so damn much, you fat bastard, that I can't even. I have to use extra energy to digest the food. And I'm like, thanks, body. But I think all that is I fade away into like sleep. So
you're like, oh, curse you, body.
Darn.
Snore. Yeah.
But yeah, we are here on a Tuesday night once again, ready to continue this journey called A Few Minutes With. We appreciate all of you being here with us, whether it is live, such as Kevin Sparkle Pants, or if you're joining us later by stopping by our YouTube channel and watching the episode, because, hey, video on demand. So, Susan, since we last spoke, how have you been?
It's been pretty good. Pretty average, normal day to day.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say this too loud, but this is one of those weeks where I'm like, the hell do I do at work? So I've been seeing you are not in the same boat because your job is constantly busy, but being in the medical field and all. But for myself, it's like if I don't have classes to teach, it's like, how shall I fill my time? But anyway. Yeah, it's that sort of weird time of the year.
I mean, to be fair, like right around the holidays, it is our busiest time towards the end of the year because everybody's like, hey, I've met my ex out of pocket so I can get that surgery. But right around the holidays specifically, it is not busy.
Oh, I see.
So today wasn't insanely busy. It was a little bit busy, but I'm told that as an example, we have 27 operating rooms doing 2 to 3 operations a day.
Yeah.
On Friday, there are 3 surgeries scheduled all day.
Yeah. Well, it's that Friday after Thanksgiving stuff.
I know. I'm gonna get to like scrub floors or something.
I wonder if people like if they know they need a medical procedure and they're told like, yeah, we can bring you in on Friday. They're like, oh, I gotta be shopping. Like that's like right.
I think it's more like I'm gonna be out of town visiting my grandma for Thanksgiving.
One would hope.
Hopefully.
Are you a Black Friday shopper? No, yeah. I've never understood that. Like I get sales and stuff, but I've never understood the mob mentality that comes with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can remember when Cullen and I had first gotten married and we needed a washing machine and dryer and there was like a Black Friday deal on washing machine and dryer.
Yeah.
And we went and stood in line and like the person, they had like tickets for it because they only had a certain number of items. And so we were like, the person in front of us got the last ticket. So we were like, oh, well, let's go to McDonald's, have breakfast, and go home.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. Everything online. Online.
I thought you were going to say that you like ran through the doorway and you jumped on the floor model and was like, mine.
I mean, I could. Yeah, I could have. Yeah.
Yeah. But without the ticket. I remember the pre-ticket days.
No, I don't even want to know.
It was just a free-for-all. But yeah, it's kind of a weird week because this week signals sort of the beginning of Um, I just saw Cullen's comment. Um,
Yeah,
this week to me is, and again, I'm probably alone in thinking this way, but this is the gateway week into the holidays for me. Like, if you put up a tree, if I did, I don't because cats. But when I did, it was like way too early if your tree was already up this week, you know? It was like next week, maybe it'll go up, you know? So this is sort of the gateway into the holidays, is the way I look at it. And yeah, and it's funny because the older I get, the less I feel like I'm part of the tradition. So, like, for example, it used to be I would have to travel to several different places every Thanksgiving because I would have to see, my in-laws, and then I would have to see my family, and sometimes the in-laws were two different visits, and so
yeah,
this sort of chaos of travel, and and when I say travel, I mean like within San Antonio, and now I'm like, my sister messages and she's like, yeah, we're gonna do ours on Friday, and I'm like, well, weird. And Chicago, so
yeah. So you're gonna be Chicago. No, we typically split the holidays between my in-laws and my family. So it's like we'll do Thanksgiving with my family and Christmas with his family, and the next year
oh,
we'll
okay.
do the reverse, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then there's been the last couple of years where we've just been like, screw it, we do everything at home by ourselves with nobody else.
Yeah, no, I get that. But
Yeah,
I mean, I came from. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I was just gonna say I came from such a large, number of siblings who all have children, and so, I get the whole trying to gather everybody, and that's cool. But I think my family has just sort of surrendered to the notion of like we all want to be different places and see different in-laws and so forth. That it's like we'll just do it the day after, and then Christmas, it's I have in-laws on Christmas Eve that I visit, and then Christmas Day is my family and possibly other in-laws, and it's just like, so yeah, so I can actually see my sister going, well, let's meet on the 26th, and I'm like, I'll be working, so but
Christmas is on a Monday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it is.
That's gonna be
exciting. Yeah, exactly. I'll be off that day, and then right back to work the next day. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have the same. Oh, I'm showing my age. I don't have the same sort of like, what's the word? I guess energy for the holiday season like I used to. Like I used to get really jazzed, and it's not that I'm cynical about it or anything like that. It's not that. It's just like, okay, cool. It's Thanksgiving. Or hey, I prefer to think of it as like, hey, it's tamale season. So
it's about time.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, no kidding. Sorry.
Yes. You did it. You said it, not me.
I know. So I thought what we would do tonight is we would do a little bit of a themed episode, and that we would we'll call it Thanksgiving this or that, because that's going to be sort of the central part of our conversation this week. We're going to talk through. You've done this or that before, right? Where you get presented topics and it's like, is it this or that? Like, which do you prefer? Okay.
Yes, I have.
And wherever that journey takes us, and I hope you haven't looked at the topics completely since you have the same power I do. But
nope,
we don't have to just go one right after the other. Like if we end up in a conversation as a result of one of the topics, then we'll follow it and we'll do like we do, and we'll just talk about it till we're done. So
love it.
All right, and then later in the episode, we're gonna share some Thanksgiving trivia that you and I have discovered and have not yet shared with one another. And hey, maybe this week I'll remember to do the TikTok of the week. So maybe. Got to stick around to find out. All right. So are you ready for our Thanksgiving this or that, Susan Chisholm?
I am ready, Sergio Barrera.
All right. Then I'll let you be the lead on the comments in case anything pops up while I guess you can't because you got to switch out of it too. All right. Here we go. First one, host or guest? Which would you rather be if it's Thanksgiving?
Depends on the year. But
Okay.
I would say more than half the time I would prefer to be the host.
I'm kind of torn on this one because there was a time when I did host it. It's
Hmm.
how we got out of the like Jen's having to go to Jen's, both her family. We would
Hmm.
just host, right? And then it was like
Yeah.
after a few years of that, you're like, yeah, we're okay driving. So
My thing is like I'm particular about recipes and stuff, so I want them
uh,
made the way that I want them. The way
oh,
that I
okay.
know that I enjoy them.
I love it. That's
So,
funny. You're like, yeah, no, hey, if it comes down to cooking, I'll do it. And
100%.
I am known to love making the full Thanksgiving spread.
Hmm.
And but I will say this: being a guest has introduced me to things that I never thought I'd enjoy. So, like, I remember it was Thanksgiving when I first uh, tried Brussels sprouts. I had
Oh,
never had any other capacity in which Brussels sprouts would have appeared in my life. And Jen's uncle, John, brought, and we hosted, and he brought Brussels sprouts. And I looked at Jen like, what is going on? Why would you do this to me? And and then I tasted them, and I was like, oh, well, that's quite delightful. So, yeah. Have you discovered any foods as a result of Thanksgiving that you've never tried before?
not really. My family, even with my extended family and everything, we're kind of all similar, kind of stuck in the ways that we always have done things.
Mm,
So, like, it's standard. Like, there's no,
yeah, traditional stuff.
thing.
Got it. Well, so you should be able to see the comments. If you'll take the lead on those, any comments that appear in the chat for us, I would appreciate it. What
Captain
I'll
Sparkle
do is
Pants
we'll go
says
to item number
host.
2. Oh, say again.
Captain Sparkle Pants says host.
Ah, okay,
Glad you're
gotcha,
married.
gotcha. Well, I was going to make a joke, but I won't. So
Go ahead.
I was going to say, does that mean you? I'm joking. I'm joking. I mean, it is your
No,
role.
no, no.
So I'm
Here's
kidding.
how it goes. Here's how it goes. He entertains the people while
Oh,
I
that's
do the
good.
stuff because
That's a good
he's
plan.
so good with people. I'm like, there's so many people.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why. I think maybe that's why I enjoy doing the cooking, because I was like, you entertain. I'm a cook. I'm sorry I can't go out there. Like, I got to cook.
Oh
So
yeah, sorry.
that works. That
It's a good
works. I love it.
excuse. Oh yeah.
All right, fantastic. All right, so here comes the next one. For the holiday, travel or stay home?
Stay
Kind of
home.
related to the
I'm
first one.
lazy.
Stay
I'm
home.
lazy. I'd rather stay home. Yeah. I mean, even if like to me, staying home means within like 25, 30 miles. So
Okay.
like if they were hosting, if my family was hosting something like in central or South Austin or whatever,
Yeah.
I could see myself going. But like if I have to drive to, you know, over an hour, it's not happening.
Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, I forgot to read this out loud. Cav Sparklehead says in the last thing, something he learned was that there is a northern and southern version of sweet potato casserole.
We should have known
I
that.
have made
Explain.
both. I have made both.
What's the difference?
The southern one has marshmallows, right? Marshmallows and like butter and marshmallows on top of it.
Right,
And
right,
then the
right. That's
northern
what
one
I'm used to.
is the northern has like candied pecans, like you throw like brown sugar and butter together and candy some pecans and put it on top. There's no marshmallows. And I'm
I've
like,
had both. I didn't realize it was from a different region. So okay.
that's what the distinction that we've seen. So I don't know. So
Got it.
he also asks, are we in terms of traveling, are we flying or are we driving? Because I think I know the answer to that one.
Well, I mean, it's however you want to answer the question. Like for me, travel would never involve flying because I don't have family outside of San Antonio, Austin area, and even less
Mhm.
Austin now. So I've never had to fly for holidays of any kind. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Either to me, in my opinion, like either way, the hassle of driving versus the hassle of fighting people in the airport.
Oh yeah. Well, and let me tell you, Friday. I don't know why I've done this to myself, but I will be for the first time in my life, for the first time in 53 years of living, I will be traveling on a holiday weekend. and I am skeptical.
Have fun.
So, yeah,
It'll
more
be
on
great.
that
Go
later.
get stuck in Chicago.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, yeah, for me, it's stay home. I would much rather stay home. I'm very happy that my in-laws are 2 minutes from the house, and so I don't consider that travel. It's just transport, like whatever we're taking. Like this year, I'm making turkey, so it's simple.
Yum.
And not only that, and I'm going to say this half jokingly because I am now old people. They want to get together and have Thanksgiving at 2, and I'm like, awesome, because that means home by 5. The rest of the
Home by
evening,
5.
relax.
Yes.
So
Yes.
every year it gets earlier and earlier, and I'm like, oh, that's right, because why have them drive in the dark? Let's just go home. So
I love it because, and that's the same thing that we've been doing, and it's incredible.
yeah,
We also have, this is another part of the reason that we stay home rather than join our family is that the time keeps getting earlier and earlier, but the actual serving time gets later and later. So
oh yeah, no, let me tell you
we're
something.
gonna eat it too. 6 o'clock is rolling around and we're
No,
not eating yet.
oh
I'm
man,
starving.
that is another. I should be careful how I say this. I love my family. I do, my direct family, but that is one thing. Like I don't know what it is that if you tell me we're going to get together at 2, then we should be eating within an hour. That's sort of my expectation. Okay, which maybe
Agreed.
that's unfair.
Agreed.
I am not about going to gatherings of any sort where it's like, yeah, we'll get together at 3, dinner will be at 6, and I'm like, I'll see you at 5:30. It's like I just,
Same. But I'd also like to display this comment.
I was about, yeah. That's definitely it. That's definitely it.
Yeah, no. I'm the same way. Like I like hanging out with people. I enjoy getting together and hanging out with people. But like there's a limit to how much peopling I can do.
Well, and as I've gotten older, I don't relate to adults as well as I do to my nieces and nephews. Like, I don't know. The adults kind of just they have, my siblings have such a what's the word I'm looking for? Their lives are so full because they are all parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's always things that they can talk about in relation to their kids, and you know the things that they've accomplished and the things they're doing and so forth. And I'm there like, I'm gonna go pet the dog. Like I'll be, or I love to get into conversations with my nieces and nephews because they'll talk about stuff that it fascinates me to hear about their lives. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I find much more enjoyment out of getting to know my younger nieces and nephews. And I've shared with you before that last year I got into a long conversation with my nephew Andres of the lore of Zelda, and I was like, this kid knows it all. I was fascinated, absolutely, and that's kind of the thing I look forward to when it comes to family gatherings. So interesting stuff. I knew more about Zelda than I could even understand. So, all right, our next this or that topic: turkey or ham?
Turkey.
Jen shouts turkey from the hallway.
I agree. So here's my thing. I like turkey. I like turkey. I love turkey. I like ham.
Okay.
So I will if one is if one is presented and the other is not, I will be satisfied.
Okay.
But my preference is turkey. I still every year have to cook a turkey and a ham because my daughter does not like turkey.
Yeah. Given the choice, I will choose ham. That if I could only choose one. I love, and this is where like I get back to the whole gathering with the family thing. The food will get me there as much as the opportunity to get to know my nieces and nephews. And I love that we don't do the mix, right? Like that's not turkey or ham. It's turkey and ham. It's turkey or ham. So turkey's Thanksgiving, and then ham is Christmas. So, but there's ham or tamales. of course, in my case, it's ham and tamales, and so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah, no,
love
same.
ham. That honey baked ham business, goodness gracious, like that is. There's
Oh
one
yeah,
way too close to the house, so.
and we were looking at it because, you know, again, my daughter Evelyn prefers ham to turkey.
Yeah.
So, doing my shopping and everything, I was like, oh, I'll just get a ham. And I looked at it, I was like, $2 for a ham. I was so annoyed. Yeah, I texted Cullen. I was like, when did they get this? He's like, listen, you are sounding like an old person. I was like, look, I'm not spending $33 on a ham that's going to get maybe a quarter of the way eaten, and then the rest is going to go bad. So I bought a ham. I was like, oh, $9 or $12, whatever it was I spent. It's about this big. It's biscuit sized.
Biscuit sized. That's funny. Yeah, I love that ham. And man, the sandwiches with that ham afterwards, oh my gosh. Like, yeah.
I mean, I'll do the turkey sandwiches. Like,
I'm a big fan of the ham. I can do the ham. So all right. Well, there's two kinds of potatoes we're going to discuss. If you had to choose, mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes?
that's a tough one. I will eat mashed potatoes all day, every day in my sleep. Doesn't matter. Mashed potatoes, give them to me. Sweet potatoes, if it's in the casserole, I will bathe in it.
Yeah, carbs on carbs on carbs is never a problem for me.
No, not at all. So I would prefer. I'm gonna stick with mashed potatoes because, you know, standard. You don't have to be at Thanksgiving to have mashed potatoes. I mean, technically you don't for sweet potatoes either, but like mashed potatoes are an everyday meal.
Traditional, yeah. Yeah, I think if I had to choose between the two and I could never have the other, believe it or not, I'd go with sweet potatoes. I love that sweet. The thing about a sweet potato is it has such a diverse. You can't do sweet with mashed potatoes the way you can with sweet potatoes.
You can.
How so? I knew you were going to say that.
Make it sweet. I mean, all right, that's my challenge. That's my challenge. Next time I see you, I'm going to make sweet.
No, I'm just saying there's not a dish you can point to that's like, that's sweet mashed potatoes.
I mean, there's a few dishes I just can't, like one of them, there's one, anyway, never mind. We can talk about it later. There's one that is a stuffed, you take the potatoes and you make it sweet, and then you put like this like meat thing in it and you wrap it in the potatoes and then you fry it. It's
right. But I'm saying the way you can make sweet potatoes sweet or savory, and they're still mashed sweet potatoes. That's all I'm saying. Because you can make the mashed sweet potatoes and make them savory. But you can also, you know, add honey or the marshmallows or whatever, and you get sweet. So it's for me, it's a very diverse option. So that's why I would go sweet potatoes, given the choice, and I had to give up one. So,
okay.
All right. I look forward to the sweet russet mashed potatoes you're going to make. So.
Just wait. See.
All right. I'll make sure to revisit that every week until I get it. So, all right. Brown and serve rolls or Parker House rolls?
No freaking contest.
I knew it.
Brown and serve rolls. A million times over.
That doesn't mean you don't like Parker House rolls, like the yeast rolls,
I like
right?
them.
Yeah,
I like them.
But given the choice,
I will put away a whole freaking box.
They're so freaking small.
A 12-pack.
Yeah.
Of those brown and serve rolls by myself.
I'll pull apart.
Go to my freezer right now. There are at least what 5 or 6 packages of them in the freezer, and then I bought fresh ones for Thanksgiving Day. Like 3 packages. I'm like, I'm gonna eat them all.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'm brown and serve rolls are my choice, and Jen introduced me to those because I'd never had them before. My first Thanksgiving with her, and you pull them apart in the middle, and there's absolutely no room for you to stuff anything in it, but you will make it happen. Like I will manage to put a big piece of turkey and stuffing, no matter how small those stupid rolls are. I love those things, man.
That little line down the middle that you're talking about, you split it down the middle. That's where I cut it and I put a little pat of butter in it.
Of course you do.
When they're warm out of the oven, they're pre-buttered for you. When you get your plate and you get your rolls, it's pre-buttered. You're welcome.
All right. I had a feeling I knew the answer to that one. But if you
Yeah.
offer me a Parker House roll, I'm not going to turn it down. So.
Oh no, not at all. Like, and I honestly like when we make beef dishes like roast beef or um steaky type things that aren't
Yeah.
really steaky type things. But yeah, we use Parker House rolls. They're much better for
Yeah, they're great.
steak biff.
Brown and serve rolls versus the Hawaiian rolls.
Brown and serve rolls.
Okay. Just curious. All right, here we go. Next one. Green bean casserole or stuffing. Got to make one choice.
You bitch.
What would your choice be?
I got to think on that. And the other thing
It's
too
easy
is,
for me. Yeah.
it, you know, people, my mom doesn't call it stuffing. She calls it dressing. So
Yeah.
technically I could have green bean casserole and dressing
No,
dressing.
gotta
Shit.
choose one.
I'm going to go with stuffing. I'm going to go with stuffing.
Yeah.
Or dressing. Yeah.
Got it.
I really like green bean casserole. Like I will eat the entire box. I mean the entire plate of it. But dressing I can eat on a sandwich later. Like I can't eat green bean. Green bean casserole doesn't reheat well because of the crispies don't stay crispy.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So
yeah, I love green bean casserole. Jen makes a really great one, but stuffing all day, man. Like, yeah, and our answer leads to the next one, because stuffing baked in bird or stuffing baked outside of bird.
outside. Because germs. You know, like cooking it inside the
I've never
turkey,
understood it, but it's good.
It's been sitting in. It's got raw anyway.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So I'm going to tell you a really super quick, fun story about dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. The first time that I did Thanksgiving with Cullen's family, I think we'd been married like a year-ish. And I was like, I called my mom and got her her dressing recipe, and I was so excited about it. And she told me to put in sage and then also poultry seasoning.
Oh no.
Okay, but wait. Teaspoon.
I know.
Teaspoon is different than tablespoon. So it was green. Like literally my stuffing was green. It looked like somebody had sprinkled green food dye and like mixed it up. It was green. It tasted amazing, but like
yeah. I'm glad Colin caught this. When you said you could make a sandwich out of the stuff, and I'm like, damn. That sounds delicious.
Turkey, mashed potatoes, and stuffing on my sandwich.
No, but you said you made it sound like you were gonna get 2 pieces of bread, put stuffing, and then that was your sandwich. So.
I could do that too, honestly, with some gravy. Fine. Cut a little hole in the middle of it. Put some gravy in there. That way it becomes like a lava, whatever it's called, lava cake, but it's stuffing.
I get you. I get you. For me, I have had the occasion to have both most years, because Jen's grandmother does the stuffing in bird, and I don't see the difference, like in terms of taste. But I do prefer my choice is baked outside, meaning like tray baked stuffing is very much my preference, just because I think the flavor develops much more nicely, and gravy, man, gravy. So, all right, ready?
Yes.
This one might be a controversial one. Jello cranberry sauce or Goopy cranberry sauce?
The one in the can where you go like this and it's like a solid can
Right, the
shape.
Jello one. That's what I'm calling the Jello one.
Okay, that one.
The Goopy one is the other canned one that has the like goop and stuff.
No. It's got to be Jello.
Yeah, same. And I can easily eat way too much of it. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I have a system by which I plate my food, and there is a far bigger gap on my plate for that Jello cranberry sauce than anything else on the plate, and that is by design. So,
yeah.
All right, I already know the answer to this one for you, but I'm going to bring it up anyway in case anyone else wants to weigh in. eggnog or hot cocoa?
I guess hot cocoa.
Oh, I thought you didn't like eggnog. Why
I
did I
mean,
think that?
no. Well, okay. So I will not. I don't dislike eggnog. I don't
Oh, okay.
hate eggnog. I like it. But the struggle between the two isn't anything to do with the eggnog. It's actually that I'm not a super big fan of either of them.
Oh, okay.
Hot cocoa. It goes back to me being picky because I
Right.
have to the way that I have to make it.
Well, and when I came across this option, I think it's regional in the sense that, I mean, we don't live in an area that is always cold when
Right.
it's time for Thanksgiving or even Christmas. And so I looked at the option and went, okay, I guess you have to think about this as being in the more colder areas, that this would be the option. But even so, eggnog all the way for me. Like, I am a fiend for eggnog. And I literally, in the days prior to Thanksgiving, I have been known to like purposefully go to the dairy section of the grocery store just to check so that I can get my first round as soon as possible. And so much better when it's in a glass bottle. So, what are you laughing at? What did I miss?
I went to jump up on my desk and missed a little bit one of her paws, but she recovered
Oh
well.
no,
Just
is
curling
she
up in her
okay?
little bed. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Have you ever had warm eggnog?
No, and I will not, because that is
Okay.
a crime against humanity. So I say what I said. So,
Okay.
all right,
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie or
Pumpkin pie.
pecan pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, and I love
Yeah.
pecan pie. Like, I love pecan pie as much as I love eggnog, but I will always choose pumpkin pie. Like, that's just, it's for me. This is a moment where I'm a traditionalist. So, got to be pumpkin pie.
To me, it's 100% pumpkin pie. Pecan pie is it's like too sweet for me. It's like sickly sweet.
Mm.
And I literally was just thinking about it and I got a shiver. Like it's too much. It hits me the
Well,
wrong way.
I like sickly sweet then, because I love me some pecan pie, and it doesn't have to be great pecan pie. Like, Bill Miller's pecan pie is probably like the lowest on the quality list of pecan pies, and I will eat that stuff like there's no tomorrow. So, love pecan pie, but my choice for Thanksgiving is pumpkin pie. That's my first
Yep.
choice,
Same.
or a really good fruit pie, like a cherry pie,
Yeah.
or yeah.
Cherry is my fruit pie of choice.
Yeah, but within these two choices, pumpkin is my choice. So,
Pumpkin.
all right, let's see. We've got two more. Would you rather help
Oh.
cook or help clean?
Help cook.
Yeah, same.
I like, and I don't mind cleaning.
Right,
And honestly, like sometimes it ends up where I cook and I clean a little bit afterwards. Like it's not a big deal as long as it gets done. But if I have the choice, I'm cooking.
Yeah, no, same. If I'm in a guest's home and they ask me to help cook, I'm all about it. I'm not going to say no if they ask me to help clean, but I'm going to be like, damn, I didn't leave soon enough. So, so yeah.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. So, all right. Well, this might have come up earlier accidentally. Black Friday or Cyber Monday?
Neither.
Neither? No, you have to choose.
Neither.
Like, which would be your preference? You said earlier, all online all day long.
Yeah. Well, I guess Cyber Monday then. Most of the places now have Black Friday deals starting up to a week early.
Yeah.
So, or more than that even, because I bought a pair
Right.
of scissors at Joann's, 3 weeks ago, and they were on Black Friday early deals or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've never been a Black Friday person, but online shopping is my jam. And so I'm all about Cyber Monday and all the days before and after it when they do Cyber Monday specials. So I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So, better online shopping than anything else. In fact, I told you the other day, Jen came to me and she was like, hey, are you expecting something from Amazon? And I'm like, every day. So,
Yep. When am I not?
pretty darn simple. Yeah, when am I not exactly? So, All right. Well, there you go. That was this year's Thanksgiving This or That. That was
There you go.
that went exactly the way I hoped. So learn a
I'm
little bit more
glad that
about
I didn't
ourselves.
cause controversy.
Well, we want to know your thoughts. If you're watching this episode and haven't had a chance to chime in, or if you're catching this after
Yes.
we live, drop your comments, drop your answers in the comments. We'd love to know what your preferences are. And Susan, how do people go about finding our episodes?
Well, there are two ways to do that. You can go to Facebook page. It's A Few Minutes With. Or you can go to the YouTube channel, A Few Minutes With, and then it is, you can subscribe and then click the notification bell. That way you know when we're live, you know if you've missed an episode, when the VOD becomes available. Yeah, we put links everywhere. Let's just...
Yeah, make sure you do that. If you haven't already, click subscribe, like she said. And also, make sure you like this episode. We love the likes. It helps to encourage us. And don't forget, you can comment on not just this episode, but any previous episode if you catch those, in case you missed a few. Always remember that your feedback is very important to us, and we very much look forward to your comments and also your suggestions for future episode topics. So thank you so much for interacting with us here at A Few Minutes With. All right, Susan, I hear you might have some Thanksgiving-related trivia for me.
I do. How many are we doing?
Let's do 5 apiece.
5.
We'll just kind of like we do before, we kind of back and forth. And if you would, please, I would love for you to get us started.
Okay, so there are approximately 440 cranberries in 1 pound.
Wow, that is so not what I expected. That's awesome. I love it. No, I love it. I didn't know that they were like done in, like they were harvested like in bogs. I had no idea.
Oh.
So, but that's a lot of cranberries.
That is a lot
for
of cranberries.
A pound?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they'd be heavier. So.
No, I guess not. I mean, they're not, but yeah. The thing
I guess they're not all that big either.
No, they're little. Like, I've heard a lot of stories about people working in the bogs.
Oh yeah, no, same.
Not a fan.
Yeah, not something I'd rush forward to do.
Nope.
All right, well that's good. I think that's better than any of the ones I wrote down. So.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's see. On average, around 50 million pumpkin pies are consumed every Thanksgiving. So.
Heck yes, and about 300 of those are mine.
I couldn't find a statistic for pecan pies, so.
Yes.
50 million pumpkin pies, of which Colin said that's not traditional, and I'll have to follow up with him on that afterwards. So, all right, what do you got?
Pumpkin pie is actually the second most purchased. It is not the most purchased pie of Thanksgiving.
Really?
Apple pies are the number 1 most purchased pie for Thanksgiving.
My world has been shattered. I don't think apple pie needs to be given that much to use the word the kids used, that much raise. So.
Oh, sorry, no.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to relate.
It's giving no.
Apple pie, really? The most?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I did not know that. All right. Do you want to guess how many calories on average are consumed per person at Thanksgiving dinner?
No. Gosh.
Throw a number out.
Probably multiple days worth. I don't know. Like 2,000.
Ooh, double that.
Are you serious?
And add 500.
No.
On average, per person, calories consumed at Thanksgiving dinner are 4,500 calories. So.
My God.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty accurate for me, like thinking about it, but like, well.
And that's why we sleep right after. So.
There you go. And it's also why I'm not changing anything for this Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yep. All right. This is your number 3?
My number 3. Yes.
Yep.
Adult female turkey is called a hen, and an adult male turkey is called a tom.
I knew that.
I don't understand
knew that,
but
I knew it
also.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Why is Tom? Why are they calling him Tom? I don't know. I think we shot Captain Sparkle Pants. It's like on average.
Bridge.
Love it. All right, is this my third one?
This is your third one.
All right, let's see. Da-da-da-ba-da-ba. Okay. On a percentage basis out of 100, how many Americans say they prefer Thanksgiving leftovers to the actual Thanksgiving dinner? Polls have shown how percentage of Americans that say they prefer the Thanksgiving leftovers more so than the dinner itself.
75. I don't know.
You're very close. 80%.
Wow.
80%
I mean,
prefer the leftovers, which I don't get. But
listen, if you give it to me right now as it just came out of the oven, or you gave it to me tomorrow coming out of the fridge and you've heated it up for me, I'm eating it. I am picky.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I'm also not a big leftovers person. So I'm probably good for one round of leftovers on Thanksgiving and stuff. And that's pretty much it. So
yeah. Yeah. Captain Sparkman says the leftovers are almost always better because the flavors have a chance to meld with one another.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But also, like, I'm going to eat the shit out of it until it's gone.
Wow. All right. Hit me with your number 4.
Female turkeys don't gobble.
I learned that too today. I had no idea.
Male turkeys gobble. Females actually purr.
Oh, well, there you go. Show
That's
me an example.
creepy. I'm just, no.
You don't want to gobble gobble?
No.
So, all right.
No gobbling from me. No gobble.
No,
go ahead.
No, please.
No, I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Continue.
Do you ever watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade?
No.
Never?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned today that the average number of people who attend the parade, actually in person in New York, guess.
No idea.
3.5 million. Line the streets of New York. That seems like way too many people. Yeah.
That's too many people.
Yeah.
I like parades in person.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get, I'm like, yay, on TV, you know?
I would also recommend that you probably won't like New Year's in Times Square. Been there, not ever again. So that will not be something I do twice in my life. That was people soup. All right, hit me with your last one.
Okay, so originally, so Calvin Coolidge, the president, former president, anyway, someone gave him what was supposed to be used to make Thanksgiving dinner, gave him a raccoon, but he became attached to the raccoon, so he kept her as a pet and named her Rebecca.
Wow.
Calvin Coolidge had a pet raccoon named Rebecca.
And there you go. Mm-hmm. All right. My last one. So Black Friday, we talked about is, the seemingly biggest sort of retail day of the year, right? But what trade profession has its biggest day on Black Friday?
Probably a plumber.
Yep, absolutely. Shares full. So
yeah. God, how dare you?
On the day after, I can just, as people are vacating, plumbers are necessary. So
no. Imagine, I cannot imagine that. Sorry.
I actually had to double verify that because I'm like, is this a joke? But yeah, plumbers are the day after Thanksgiving, the biggest day of the year for plumbers.
Wow.
Do the math.
No. I'm not going to do anything. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yep. All right. Hey, good to see Carrie. Thank you so much for dropping in. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. But yeah, we hold a funeral service for the rest. All right, on next week's episode. So yeah,
he'll do it.
There you go. Interesting trivia related to the holiday. So Now, Susan, we know that not everybody who listens to the show might celebrate Thanksgiving. So, we chose this topic because, of course, you and I, days away from, not two, a couple of days away from celebrating.
2 days. 2 days.
As we get deeper into the holidays, we're going to take some time to learn about the different holidays that are celebrated throughout this season. And so it'll be a nice chance to hopefully connect with some folks who can talk to us about the different ways they celebrate this time of year. So we'll be looking forward to that. So
it's going to be awesome.
Indeed. All right. Well, before we get to our TikTok, let's try that again with words. Before we get to our TikTok of the week, of which I have two, and of which I will not forget to play. I wanted to kind of take a moment, you and I, to maybe talk just briefly about what are we grateful for this year as we enter. This has been quite the year. And so as we enter this season of Thanksgiving, I wanted to see if you'd like to share any items that you're grateful for, and then I'll do the same. And
I mean, I don't, there's not a lot in my life that I'm not thankful for. I'm very, very, very fortunate. I have an amazing family. Thankful for Cullen and my partner, and how, just the support and everything that I get there. My profession, like my career is incredible. This is what I've wanted to do forever. I'm in a really good place. My kids are fantastic, and we're just kind of enjoying there. And of course, I'm thankful for you too, because you've introduced me to all these cool things, and you do podcasts and such.
Yeah. I helped you learn that plumbers are the most busy people on the day after Thanksgiving. Things like that. But yeah, no, for myself, very much the same. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for a lot of things here recently. When it comes to Jen, I mean, I'm thankful that she finally had a procedure that hopefully will be the answer to much of the back pain that she has endured for the better part of the last, 9-10 years. So I'm thankful for science. I know I'm not trying to be funny. The way technology affects our lives in so many ways, when it can sort of bring this sort of specific moment into, the potential of pain relief into your possession. I mean, how can you not be thankful for science and technology that allows that to happen? And so I'm thankful for how supportive Jen has always been, the craziness of what you and I get to do over the course of not just the show, but also all of the related projects and the travel that we do and so forth. I couldn't possibly do it without Jen's support. And, of course, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for all of the critters around here that are my sons and daughters. And for those who are watching who don't know, I'm talking about dogs and cats, not actual children. So, but no, I think overall I'm thankful that this year has brought into my life a better understanding of something that is very important to me now, and that is the importance of pursuing and taking care of one's mental health. It isn't something that I was ever really highly focused on, and the reason I share this and will probably share it often is because until I resign myself in a good way to the notion and importance of therapy, I chose to just say that wasn't for me. And in the few sessions that I've had so far, and the fact that I plan to continue, it has made a huge difference. And I've learned a lot about the power of self-care. And it wasn't something that it's still not something I'm good at, but at least I'm becoming more aware of its importance. And so I'm thankful that veil was sort of removed from my eyes. And if I sound like I'm getting emotional, it's because I am. Because I think 2024 is going to be very much my first foray into allowing myself to be a focus more than before. And so I think that's important. I don't think we do that enough. And so, yeah, I'm thankful for that because I think it'll make me a better person to all of you who I love. You know, Jen, you, Cullen, people like Carrie who are so supportive, and others, you know, who watch our show, Drew, you know, the list goes on. But if I've learned anything in the last few weeks, it's that all this energy that I expend on wanting to do for others, I've got to redirect some of that to me. And so
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that realization in my life. So, yeah.
I am too. It's great to hear. I mean, and you got, and the more that you talk about it, the less stigmatized it becomes. So
Yeah,
I'm really happy. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, of course. And it's going to keep coming up because I really believe that like you said, it has a stigma, unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
and
of course.
There is a lot to be said for. I think there's a lot more that needs to be said in support of people who choose to not make themselves the focus when they have every right to. So, yeah. And thank you all in the comments. I appreciate what you guys are sharing there. But yeah, and I think, Carrie, you put it perfectly. We allow ourselves to, and we understand that it's okay to do so. So we all have permission to take better care of ourselves, and I hope that that's what folks do this year. You know, really anytime, starting now. So
start now.
Yeah, and there's no denying, Susan, that you have been one of the many who have pointed me in that direction. So thank you. I'm thankful for you tremendously. I think the adventures we have, the misadventures even, make it all worthwhile. So
yeah.
So raccoons to you, my dear.
Raccoons. And then have a raccoon and it's named Rebecca.
That's right. No one's going to eat it. Because that story means that somebody gave it to him to eat.
To eat.
That's
I know.
the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
Yes, the raccoons forever.
All right. Well, I think that's a good segue into this. Is so funny because when you see the TikTok, what the TikTok of the week is, and there's two, like I said, you're going to be like, wow, what a drop from mental health to. So let's go ahead.
Like, let's lighten it up real quick, like.
Yeah. By figuring out just how you can use those Thanksgiving leftovers.
Oh, no.
Thanksgiving leftovers? I've got a hack for you. What do you do with your Thanksgiving leftovers? Spray a pie dish with cooking spray, then microwave 2.5 cups of leftover stuffing. Add some chicken broth to make it moist and press in a pie dish to make a crust. Bake that in the oven. Then saute on the stove, butter, flour, salt and pepper, poultry seasoning, and chicken broth. Add your leftover vegetables and leftover diced turkey. When your pie crust stuffing's ready, fill it with the vegetables and the turkey. Then layer on the top your leftover mashed potatoes. Make a hole in the middle of your pie and add your leftover gravy. Thanksgiving leftover pot pie. For our family's tips, hit the follow.
So, okay, I need to get your thoughts on that, Susan, because there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, it could be good. There was a lot of chaos. Yeah, that's exactly this right here. This right here.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was getting her voice. I was like,
oh man, yeah. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Thank you, Kevin Sparkle Pants. Carrie, I don't know if you want to chime in, but that for me, it's like shepherd's pie meets everything. I love how people focus more on her than the dish.
Yes, it wasn't. It was just like chaotic. What is it? Chaotic neutral, chaotic good. I can't tell.
Carrie says it was the eyes for me.
Yeah, she was like,
yeah, I was so happy. I've noticed that people who share things as a hack, that's the kind of energy they bring. Like, okay, dude, just tell me you made a pie from it. Like the whole stuffing pie crust to me is a bit much. I don't know, but I'm intrigued. I think you'll have a better time. I think you'll have a better time with this one. So here we go.
This is the best way I've discovered to eat leftover Thanksgiving food. You can either make fresh stuffing or use leftovers and turn it into a waffle that gets topped with leftover mashed potatoes, turkey, cranberry sauce, and gravy. And yeah, Thanksgiving leftover waffle.
That's perfection.
That I would sooner do.
I would make it into a sandwich, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Cake.
Yeah, because I think that the stuffing crust in the previous would get soggy with everything else. Whereas with a waffle iron, you could cook it, and then if there was still moisture, you could maybe griddle it a bit to kind of dry it off, right? And then, like you said, make it into a sandwich. And I'm thinking that that's going to happen, not just for myself, but apparently it might happen for you because, that looks awesome, Colin says.
Yep.
So.
And okay. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to do competing.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to say anything anyway.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
I mean, it sounds like a brilliant idea, though. Seriously, brilliant idea.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the heck he's talking about here, but that sounds weird. So.
Zombie salad.
Okay. I feel like there's an inside joke going on there.
When my littlest, I don't remember which one of my children was much smaller. I think it was Cameron, did not understand the concept of a knock knock joke. So they would say knock knock, and we'd say who's there, and he'd say zombie, and we'd say zombie who, and he'd say zombies or anything. Zombie was the most common, but so with knock knock, who's there? Waffle salad.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, it was Phoebe. Okay. Yeah. So.
Zombie waffle salad.
Waffle salad.
You get like waffle croutons. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'd go for the second one more so than the first one. So.
Agreed.
But yeah, well, there you go. That's our first Thanksgiving related episode in the books, and awesome. We are already in the works planning for next week. After the Thanksgiving holiday, you guys keep me in your thoughts because I'm flying to Chicago on Friday, and I'm hoping to get back on time on Sunday.
You'll be
holiday
fine.
Travel, not my jam.
I'm putting positive vibes into the universe for you, positive energy. Everything's going to go perfectly fine as according to plan in terms of your flights.
Yeah, I hope so. But I've taken Friday off just in case. So, or not Friday, Monday off just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
our mutual friend George, who used to be part of the show, he and I are headed to Chicago for actually now 2 WWE wrestling events, as we will be at SmackDown on Friday night, and then on Saturday we are attending Survivor Series, which brings me to 3 out of the 4 big. What are the WWE calls their big 4 shows. I will be finally doing a Survivor Series, and then I'll only have to do a SummerSlam, and then I can retire from watching wrestling. So,
yeah, but you won't.
I won't. But yeah, so George and I fly out Friday and back on Sunday night, and so yeah, we got a couple of cool food places we're going to go look up. If everything goes as planned, I'm going to be eating Bulgarian food for the first time.
Oh, yeah. That sounds so good. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, yeah. That menu looks amazing. So I will bring back pictures for us to talk about next week. We'll talk about Chicago. But then, who the heck knows? We'll come up with a topic for next week when we do. So, and yes, Carrie, it's going to be cold. Very cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, the high is 32 on the weekend they were there. So.
Oh, wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this trip on just a backpack because I don't want to haul more than that. So I don't want to be waiting in baggage claim for my bags. So
good luck.
I will definitely tell George you guys say hi. Thank you so much for that. And yeah. So, Susan, we will keep this train going next week.
Yes.
And any final thoughts before we get on out of here?
No. Just enjoy your Thanksgiving, everybody. Love one another. Be kind to one another. All that fun stuff.
Indeed. And be kind to yourselves. Always be kind to yourselves. As my friend Catherine is fond of saying, be gentle with yourself. That's a very, very good lesson to take. So we wish you all who celebrate a happy Thanksgiving. We want very much for peace and love to surround you and your loved ones. And we look forward to continuing this journey with you as the time goes past. I don't know of a better way to leave it than like we always do. And that's to say that you're awesome. You're amazing. And the world's a better place because you are in it. We will see you next week on A Few Minutes With. Good night, everybody.
Good night.